Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video. That's right, finally I am reviewing something straight from Pixar and on Disney+. And that being, of course, from the Cars world, well, Cars universe, I should say, Cars on the Road. Yeah, so I was looking forward to this show because I remember talking about this with my mom. I feel as though that after the third Cars film, that should be about it for Cars movies, but you never know if they would consider doing a fourth Cars film. But, at least with the Cars universe, the franchise still continuing, like, say, with short films or a series, and this is perfect. Like, yeah, I hope as though that, like, this comes back for another season. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, so Cars on the Road I thought was pretty good and entertaining. 9 adventures, 9 episodes. And it's been doing pretty good as far as I can see. So, anyways, so the description, the story of this show. Lightning McQueen and Mater go on a cross-country road trip to see Mater's sister. And this is where we get to see a relative of Mater's. We get to see that he has a sister. I was, looking forward to this. I think it was obvious. I think we all knew that we would eventually see his sister at the very last episode. So, yeah. So, as they're traveling their way to Mater's sister's wedding, in the 8 episodes, they encounter a lot of places. The first one being Dino Park. A Dino Park visit turns into a pulse-pounding, let me see. Okay, trying to set this up, straighten this up, the tablet. Prehistoric Nightmare starring Mater and Lightning. And then the second episode, Lights Out. The rain-soaked duo check into a creepy hotel where Lightning is haunted by 4-wheeled frights. Then in episode 3, Salt Fever, that's the name of the episode, Salt Fever. When Mater is outfitted as a racer, he experiences record speeds and an out-of-classic chases experience. I think I said that right. Well, okay, I'll start with I'll talk about the first 3 first. It's pretty cool. I think even Pixar, they tried to incorporate something prehistoric in the Cars franchise, and they finally did. We get to see, in the Cars franchise, their take, their version of dinosaurs, and seeing how, I guess, caveman, I guess you could say, cave cars, they were, stone-shaped cars, and I guess the same thing goes for dinosaurs, rusty and, metallic or whatever. Even, say, it's kind of cool because Mater starts having a daydream. He starts dreaming, he's in the prehistoric time, and him and McQueen. And aside from them, the dinosaurs, the way they move, it's like they're in stop motion. That's pretty cool. Lights Out, this is in episode 2, Lights Out, where they come into, this haunted hotel, and, basically, McQueen doesn't think it's all that bad at first, but Mater does. But that evening, because, Mater is fast asleep, knowing Mater, but McQueen, he can't sleep, and then he starts seeing ghoulish stuff happening in the hotel, not to mention a Shining reference. Come race with us, Lightning. And as he's trying to turn around, he's stuck, he's trying to, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that. And eventually, the next morning, the hotel is all peace and quiet, nothing scary going on. But that's when, those cars that are running the hotel, they know what just happened, with Lightning, and they know about the ghosts. Were you spooking our guests again? Something like that. And then in episode 3, Salt Fever, because, Mater and McQueen, they come across this, total landscape whatever, one of those. I don't know, you'd see, fighter jets or whatever, places like those, and with race cars. And with Mater being outfitted as a racer, and McQueen, I should say, sorry. McQueen, not Mater. McQueen thinks it's a very bad idea and is very concerned for Mater. When, of course, when Mater's all outfitted and ready to race, he launches very fast, and it seems as though where I guess he's almost about to die, and his spirit about to go to heaven or something, stuff like that. And okay, but there's that. And okay, then comes like the next episodes. The episode 4, The Legend. Mater and Lightning join local creature hunters in search for a mysterious, elusive monster, which being Bigfoot. And then in episode 5, Showtime. Well, actually, no, I don't. Let me talk about The Legend first. So in this one, yeah, because Mater gets Lightning to join him, and with, these local creature hunters in search for Bigfoot, and it turns out that Bigfoot is actually a monster truck named Ivy, and Ivy used to be a monster truck, and eventually, of course, Mater and McQueen help Ivy into scaring those creature hunters. They pretend to be like McQueen and Ivy pretend to be these aliens, and Mater pretending to be the one that was captured. It's pretty funny. And then in Showtime, Ivy does join McQueen and Mater along on the road at the end of episode 4. And in episode 5, Showtime, a traveling circus exposes Lightning's fear of clowns. Yeah, McQueen has a fear of clowns, if you didn't know. And I didn't know. And his new friend Ivy's unexpected talents. And yeah, because we see a Cars-themed circus, the Cars being clowns, and Ivy eventually joining the circus. Yeah, and this is where, she says goodbye to McQueen and Mater, and that was pretty good. And, as I said, McQueen facing his fear of clowns. Hilarious. And then in episode 6, Trucks. Mater bonds with fellow trucks at a rest stop, and they celebrate their solitary, I think I said that right, through song. And basically, most of this episode is a song number, trucks, like that. Not bad, and there's a lot of neon lighting going on and such. That was a pretty good episode, and the song, not bad, pretty good. Because that's another thing, they stopped at a gas station, and McQueen was going to go in to get something, but at the end of that song number, after all of that happening, McQueen didn't get anything. Anyways, and then in the third to last episode, down to 3 episodes left, B-Movie, episode 7, Lightning McQueen and Mater stumble onto a movie set and are cast in a zombie sci-fi film. So, McQueen is cast as a cop, Mater being cast as a zombie. Well, yeah, but he's also, Mater's also cast as a groundskeeper and a president, and then at some point, the whole, story and, whole thing on the set changes from a zombie movie to something else, and they happen to come across and meet up with Ivy, who, after joining the circus, now she's doing this, doing acting and so on. So that was pretty good. And then the second to last episode, Road Rumblers. Road Warriors, Carnap, Lightning, and Mater, forcing them to battle with the perilous Thunder Cone. Thunder Cone. It kind of almost reminded me of, say, it almost had, a Mad Max kind of vibe, I want to say. Just the way the cars look. It's obvious, don't you think? And, of course, even, say, McQueen trying to make peace between the Road Warriors and the Thunder Cones. But that didn't last very long, so that was pretty funny. A pretty funny episode there. And it's funny how that Road Warriors Carnap started, how that group began, they were just normal vehicles, one of them being an ice cream truck, but then, of course, later on, they just became crazy. And now the final episode, the one that, we've been looking forward to see, with, the appearance of Mater's sister, episode 9, Getting Hitched. At his sister's wedding, Mater must confront a past he thought he left in the rearview mirror. And this is where we do get the appearance of Mater's sister. And you think that, I think for a lot of us, well, including myself, we all thought that, well, she's probably going to be a tow truck. Come on, like, Mater's a tow truck, so clearly his family would have to be tow trucks as well. Maybe, say, for the parents, but for Mater's sister? Nope, not a tow truck at all. Mato, I think I said that right, yeah, Mato, voiced by Dana Powell. And also Ivy. Ivy was voiced by Quinta Brunson. I think I got that right. Some of the other cast of characters, like Robin Atkin Downs, he did a voice. So did Matthew Yankee. Let me see. Tokes, what's her last name? She did an auditional voice. And, yeah, of course, you had the returning cast like, say, Jennifer Lewis's Flo, and Fillmore, voiced by Lloyd Sher, and, oh, okay, so he wasn't voiced by Scott Menville this time. That's interesting. But he did an auditional voice. Well, didn't he do a bit of Fillmore? I don't know. Bonnie Hunt, of course, as Sally. Tony Shalhoub as Luigi, if I did pronounce his name right or wrong, and Sheej Marin as Ramon, of course, Ramon, and Guido, of course, being voiced by Guido Corani. He works at Pixar, so one of the Pixar employees. So yeah, this is and also not only do we get the appearance of Mater's sister, but Cruz Romero comes back once again, being voiced by Cristela Alonso. Yeah, so Cruz Romero happens to be at the wedding too. I think, yeah, she's probably a friend of the family, I want to say, or a distant relative? I think, yeah, a distant relative. So, before, like, the wedding could happen, and before Mato can get married, her and her brother, Mater, just have a bunch of different challenges. Like, one, for example, driving backwards. We all know Mater is the best backwards driver, but his sister can do that too. So, yeah. And there's a bunch of other challenges that go on, like climbing up a tree and, staring contest. Their faces, and, 1, 2, 3, shoot. Like, I think they're doing, well, since they don't have fingers, like their own kind of rock, paper, scissors, So, anyways, but then eventually, Cruz Romero happens to calm Mater and Mato down. Like, she has a therapist license or something. And then, the priest who was going to marry Mato and, her fiance, he basically is, because it took so long for the wedding to happen, he quits. And that's when Cruz happens to have a marriage license, like, can marry people, has that license too. And of course, finally, Mater's sister is married. And, yeah, all ends well. And, everything's good between, Mater and her sister. And did I forget to mention that Mater's sister happens to live in a big fancy house and whatever? Yeah, so anyways, and so, again, all ends well, and McQueen and Mater, they start to drive back home to Radiator Springs, and, McQueen, according to Mater, you can pick the first three stops, and I get to pick the next 12. And there were a few end credit scenes in a couple of episodes, and in this one, just like in the first episode, because Mater, McQueen, one of the places they stopped at was a tire maze. And, McQueen, Mater, McQueen! And the same thing happens with Mater's sister and her now husband. Man. I tell you, Cars on the Road I thought was pretty good. And I look forward, if there's going to be a season 2, why not? I've said this before dozens of times. Cars is one of those Pixar franchises where it can continue. Next to Toy Story, The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, Monsters, Inc., definitely, and Inside Out. And I was about to say, we are, of course, getting Inside Out 2. So, yeah, with Inside Out 2 on the way. But with all that being said, what did you guys think of Cars on the Road? What did you think of my review? I'm definitely going to give this a 10 out of 10, definitely. It was really good and entertaining, and especially for us who grew up with the Cars films. Yeah. But anyway, so again, you guys let me know what you thought of the show, what you thought of my review. Leave comments and give this review a like, as always. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Cars on the Road. More reviews coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And I'll see you guys in the next video/review. Take care, and peace out.